Have you ever opened ChatGPT, ask it a question, copy the answer, and just move on without thinking twice? Cause I have more time than I'd like to admit. At first, I thought AI was making me smarter. I was finishing things faster, writing emails in minutes, getting ideas almost instantly. Honestly, it felt like a cheat code. But after a while, I noticed something that kinda freaks me out. I stopped asking as many questions. I stopped pushing back on ideas. I stopped thinking as deeply as I used to. And here's the part that really got me. The scary thing wasn't that AI made mistakes sometimes, it's that I stopped noticing when it did. I wasn't learning anymore. I was just producing faster. AI wasn't making me dumb. I was doing that to myself. The problem was never ChatGPT. It was how I was using it. So today I'm gonna show you exactly what flipped that switch for me. And by the end, I think you will look at AI a little differently. Hi, I'm Jiaming. This channel is for people who wanna use AI to actually get ahead, work smarter, build skills that stick, and make money online with strategic thinking. This one might be the most important video I've made so far. Now let's get into it. Let's kick things off with a problem. Most people started treating AI like Google. When ChatGPT blew out, most people, myself included, started treating it like a search engine. Ask, copy, paste, done. Few people were still asking, is this actually true? Or does this hold up? Most people have shifted to one question instead. What prompts do I use? I was guilty of this too. Anytime I had something to figure out, I reached for ChatGPT before I let myself actually think about it. It felt efficient, and most of the time, it kinda was. But here's the thing most people don't tell you. When AI hands you the answer before you've wrestled with the problem yourself, your brain never actually builds anything. It just borrows a finished product and calls it your own. That's an easy trap to fall into. So let me show you the framework I use now to stay out of it. There's a concept in the book called intelligence that really stood out to me. AI shouldn't replace human thinking. It should extend it. Sounds obvious, but most people do the opposite. They ask AI to think for them instead of asking it to help them think better. Quick way to picture it, AI is the engine in your car. It can make you go faster, but it doesn't decide where you are headed, when to brake, or whether you are even pointed in the right direction. That part's still on you. Hand over the wheel completely and don't get surprised when you end up somewhere you never meant to go. A few people get this instinctively, but most people don't. Not because they are lazy, but because letting AI drive feels so smooth that you don't notice you've let go of the wheel until you are already somewhere you didn't choose. That's exactly the gap I wanna close for you in the next few minutes, not by telling you to use AI less, but by showing you exactly what to hand it and what to keep for yourself. So here's the framework I built for myself to fix this. I call it Think with AI. Instead of asking AI for answers, I asked it to sharpen my thinking. Instead of saying, write me a business strategy, I ask, what assumptions am I making? What perspectives am I missing? What would someone who disagrees with me say? What should I be asking before I even decide anything? That one shift changes everything. AI stops being a shortcut and starts being a sparring partner. Since I started doing this, I actually spend more time thinking and less time cleaning out AI's mistakes afterward. And here's the bigger point, because I want this to actually stick with you. Tools come and go. Today is ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude. Tomorrow is something else. That's just how this space moves. But a way of thinking travels with you no matter what tool you're holding. That's the thing actually worth building. Let's make this concrete, because talking about a framework in the abstract doesn't help most people actually change what they do. Say I ask ChatGPT, should I start a YouTube channel? It gives me an answer. Fine, forgettable. Won't change my life either way. Here's what I actually asked instead. And yes, this is the real prompts I used when I was deciding whether to make this channel. As a YouTube strategist, what 5 reasons this idea could fail? What assumptions am I making? What would someone who disagrees with me say? What skills am I missing to actually pull this off? See the difference? The second version doesn't let me off easy. It forces me to think. AI is just the one pushing. That's the real value here. Not better answers, better questions. Quick story on where this framework actually came from. During my master's program, I was prepping a negotiation case with my team, and I hadn't had time to get through it the night before, so I let ChatGPT draft the reasoning for me. Sounded sharp, and copied it into my notes and figured I was covered. The next morning, my team compared notes in class. My teammates were working through their reasoning, while they picked a certain anchor point, while they conceded on one term but not another. Then it was my turn. I started reading off what I'd written down the night before. Then my teammate asked, pretty reasonably, "What's your reasoning for that? Why'd you choose this one instead of another?" I went completely blank. Dead air. I tried to explain it in real time, but I couldn't, because there wasn't any reasoning to reconstruct. I hadn't built an answer, ChatGPT had. I had just been the delivery system. Those 30 seconds of silence taught me more than the entire case study did. It was the specific feeling of realizing I couldn't defend something I declared as my own thinking, in front of people who trusted me to have actually thought it through. That's when it hit me. AI can hand you an answer, but you still need to figure out why it generated that answer. That blank stare in front of my team is exactly why I think with AI exists. If you want a full breakdown of this framework, more prompts, more examples, a step-by-step guide you can start using today, I put together a free resource called How to Think with AI. Links right below this video. And here's a lesson from that whole experience that stuck with me since. Good decision makers aren't good because somebody handed them the right answer. They are good because they've trained themselves to weigh different angles and actually defend a position out loud, under pressure, when it counts. And here's what I really want you to take from this video. The goal was never to become someone who's really good at using AI. The goal is to become someone who can think clearly even when AI is sitting right there, answer ready to go. That's a completely different kind of person than someone chasing the next prompt hack. And honestly, that person is a lot harder to replace, whether it's AI trying to replace you or someone else entirely. The future doesn't belong to whoever is using the most AI tools, it belongs to whoever is figuring out how to think with it. Actually, here's the order that works, and I've watched it play out both ways. People who jump straight to, how do I make $10,000 a month with AI without ever building this kind of thinking first, usually burn out fast. Or worse, they build an entire business on top of an idea they never actually pressure tested. They just automated their blind spots faster. The people who build something that actually lasts, they think with AI before they try to profit from it. They use it to pressure test the idea, find the holes in their own plan, challenge their own assumptions about what people actually want before they ever put real money or real time on the line. So yes, this channel is gonna get into making money online step by step. Real methods, real numbers, but everything I teach here runs through the same filter first, because the fast way to make money on a bad idea is still just a bad idea. Think first, profit second, that's the order. Okay, if this shifted the way you think about using AI, I'd genuinely love to hear from you. What's one thing you use AI for every single day? And after this video, is there anything you are gonna do differently? Drop it in the comments. I read everyone. Also, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and download the framework down below if you wanna build skills that actually stick. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and see you in the next one.